Thank you, dear listeners, for joining us for part 2 of the Above Average Show with special guest CC Ice. If you missed part 1, be sure to go back and listen to us discuss how CC got started in the industry, how she worked previously as a professional dancer and a professional magician's assistant, the multiple stunt-focused studios that she runs and owns, her favorite animal shelters, and you absolutely cannot miss our reenactment of a scene from Star Wars The Last Jedi, but if it were written and performed by cats. But for meow, check out part 2 of our special guest, actor, stunt performer, the beautiful and talented CC Ice. Hello and welcome back, you wonderful, wonderful listeners. We are still sitting here with the talented CC Ice.
Hello.
And we are going to still talk a little bit about stunts, but a little bit of a different aspect of stunts. Because at times you have to match what the actress looks like.
Yes.
And sometimes they don't even look like themselves.
No, that's true.
So like on Sleepy Hollow, I saw photos of you on Sleepy Hollow to where if I saw that, I would not recognize you at all. Because you probably sat in a makeup chair for quite a while.
Yes.
What is that process like? How long did it take? And how much did it hurt taking it off at the end of the day?
So, it's always faster coming off than being put on. But on Sleepy Hollow, for instance, we had an incredible special effects makeup team. Corey was the head of that, and he would create characters every week. He would create characters, create them from his own mind, draw them up, then send it out to the team. They would make molds. They would come back. So I actually had to first start by doing a full mold of my head.
Wow.
So yeah, and because we did that, I was able to come back and do a couple different characters because they had my mold, so they could build on it, and it would fit me perfectly.
How long does the mold take to make?
It was like a Zen time. Like it was timeless. So it was quite a bit to let it cure and sit and all. I don't know all the proper terms. Forgive me.
Was that a full mold where you had straws in your nostrils?
Yes, I had straws in my nostrils, and I zenned out. And so I'm not really sure how long that actually took time-wise, because I was in my own capsule of quietness.
It was 18 seconds. But it felt like 47 hours.
Yes, it was 40. But they were such a good team. They did such a great job. It was not uncomfortable at all. And there are different versions of that. Like sometimes it can be very uncomfortable, but they were pros. And I loved Corey and his team. And so he would create these different characters. So I got to be in complete prosthetics, full banshee makeup, old crone makeup, creepy long-fingered woman that comes out of the mirror makeup to double the actress. And each type of thing took different amounts of time, obviously, but the banshee makeup was my favorite, and I actually got to play the full character. I wasn't doubling anyone that time, and it was incredible. I mean, I had teeth. They actually took mouth molds of me so that they could send out to have dentures made for me to make old crony teeth.
Nice.
It was amazing, and then
Do you
of course,
still have those?
No, they kept them. Sadly, I wanted to buy them as a souvenir.
They can't fit anybody else ever.
And I wanted to just have them sitting by my bedside if anyone ever came over. They're like, "What's that?" "Oh, nothing."
They probably send it to the FBI in case somebody ever finds your body somewhere so they can identify. Oh, yeah, the dentures fit. It's Cece's body.
Yeah, A Making of a Murderer. Make sure you watch that podcast. Listen to that podcast. So it took 3 to 4 hours for certain things. Sometimes 2 hours, up to 4 hours for some of these prosthetics. Obviously, other things take much longer. I know my friends have done Mystique, and that takes a very long time. They've actually progressed it now, but when it started out, it was a very long time. Mm-hmm. But so the ones that I've had, the most I've ever had was about 4.5 hours of prosthetics. And so the banshee makeup was amazing, but it's always difficult, the things you don't think about. For instance, I had to have very long 6-inch finger additions added to my fingers at one point.
Wow. On
all of my fingers. So then eating, using the phone, going to the bathroom. Any of these options are very difficult and almost not doable.
Just an itch.
Yes, just an inch. You might stab yourself in the eye, which is almost what happened. So you have to then modify your whole self that day. But the banshee makeup was amazing. And it took about 45 minutes to get it off. And it depends on who you're working with. It can be very comfortable, or it can be like it's a sunburn. But these guys were pros, and they would smooth it off very easily and very gently, and then.
So they took it off for you.
Oh, they take it off. Yes, they put it on and they take it off. Yeah.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Every time I've worked with that stuff, they just go rip it off yourself.
Oh my gosh, no, that's so sad. Yeah, so they have.
So they take care of you.
Team.
That is wonderful.
They have a whole team that has the whole setup, the whole kit, and you come in and they slowly remove it for you, and then they give you a nice hot towel at the end, and they put all kinds of lotion on your skin, especially if you're doing it over a couple weeks, which I was doing for Banshee. I was the Banshee for like 4 different times, so over like I think 3 different weeks, so. It's a lot on your skin, so they make sure that they do that. But the other thing that I had to deal with at different times was actually hair prosthetics and hair situations. So on the Hunger Games, Mockingjay, I was doubling Natalie Dormer, and she actually shaved the side of her head for the film because she was filming the whole time over, a year and a half, 2 years. Whereas I was only doubling her for about a month or a month and a half, and the stunt coordinator joked with me at first. He was like, how attached are you to your hair? And I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like, how short? And he goes, shaved? And I'm like, And he's like, I'm just kidding. No, we would never do that for such a short
But if you're willing.
But it's like, for such a short amount of time, they know that would affect my other jobs.
Yeah.
And so Sam didn't ask me to shave it. They already had a plan. I came into the hair and makeup ladies and gentlemen, and they actually fitted me with a bald cap first. So they hid all of my hair at first. And then they painted the bald cap to match my skin color. And then I went over to the hair people and they put half the wig on. They put a half wig on. And then they stippled the side that had no wig to make it look like it was shaved. And then they put the tattoos on it. So it was a very long process of like 3 different people doing 3 different things at different times. And then it looked phenomenal. It looked like I shaved my head.
Because I thought you did.
Yes.
When we were talking about this beforehand, I was like, yeah, and when they shaved your head, you're like,
no,
they didn't shave my head.
They didn't. They hid my hair.
Nobody shaves my head.
Under that, yeah, they hid all of my hair under that wig cap. And it was so amazing because the people who did it, I came walking into set one day and they thought I was Natalie. And then they were like, oh, no. And I go, well, good job. Yeah. You did a good job making me look like her.
Which I saw the photos, too, the side-by-sides, and you are the spitting image of her when they put that cap on.
It's amazing.
It was phenomenal.
They did a great job. They hand it to that team as well. V and all her team. They're amazing. Hair and makeup, and killed it.
And then you've also worked on The Passage.
Yes,
as a vampire.
Yes, I did the pilot episode, and I know that they did some reshoots, so I'm not sure if my footage made it in yet, but that was a giant bald cap as well, because basically some of those vampires, they've lost everything and they're very sickly looking, and there were veins and blood and all kinds of things all over me, and it looked like I had 0 hair whatsoever on my entire body. And so again, the team came in. It took a very long time to paint down not just the bald cap, but my whole skin. Anything that was showing was sprayed down to this specific deadly color, and then veins were added, blue veins, and they airbrush it on you, and it looks so real and so amazing and so grotesque. And you look in the mirror, you forget. That's the other thing, is you forget you look like this, like the Banshee. I'm walking around and I feel like myself, and I'm at lunch trying to eat through my teeth, and like they have a picture of me eating at lunch, and it's just incredible. But I forget I look like that, and I'm saying hello to people,
and you're like, who's
and
that
they
in the photo?
have no idea who I am, and I'm like, it's CC under here. So it's incredible. But The Passage was a really fun time as well. But yeah, a lot of work for that.
And you've also worked with Aubrey Plaza, being her stunt double on Legion. You've also been for Gillian. Is it Gillian or Jillian? Because she goes by Gilly, doesn't she? But it's Jillian, which confused me. I was like,
it's always,
how do you pronounce the G? You can't change how you're pronouncing your name.
No, I had a wonderful time doubling it. Actually, I did 2 party movies in 1 year. Life of the Party and Office Christmas Party.
Nice.
And Office Christmas Party, I actually doubled Jennifer Aniston. And I had to do a cartwheel armbar type move in a miniskirt and heels.
Wow.
And what's really funny about this is she's amazing, by the way. She's super professional. Loved to be there. Loved watching her do her thing. but everyone was all like very surprised that I was, doing a cartwheel into an armbar in a mini skirt and heels. And so, she asked me, how did you do that in the skirt? And I said, well, it's a stunt skirt. they give
it's
one of these.
Made to
it's
do
made
that.
to do that. It's stretchy, so not all of them are stretchy. We got one that was.
Is that when she wanted to try to do it on screen too?
No, she was amazing, but yeah, so she let me.
You got it.
But that was a tricky situation as well. This is always the thing, doing stunts. It's great to know your capabilities, but then you also have to do it in specific instances. So, for instance, this cartwheel armbar with my friend Matt Laborde is a wonderful and fun move that we've done twice now on screen. Once for Macgyver and once for Office Christmas Party. I had to cartwheel armbar the guy, but now we're on set, and now we literally have, right here is a glass coffee table with all these glass figurines on it. Don't hit that. Right here is a pool table. Don't throw him into that. Right here is a dead body guy laying there that's, you don't want to hit him because you don't want to hurt him. He's dead, but he's going to be right there, so don't throw him on that guy. And then also do it in this tiny space in heels and a skirt. And make sure you do it on this timing. We're going to actually the camera's going to be moving, and then as we pan to you, then we're going to give a go, and you're going to start with the cartwheel and throw him. But make sure you throw him right there. Not here or there, but right there. So that's where it gets tricky. And you're watching camera, you're watching your stunt coordinator, you're listening for the cue, and then you're throwing in a specific spot and not to hit anything else. Oh, that thing's breakaway. Don't touch that yet. Don't hit this, don't hit that. So that's where it really comes into play of it's a team effort. You are paying attention. You have your skills so honed that when you throw all these other things, you can still deliver. And that's Office Christmas Party was the most exciting moment of that, I think, when it came together. And she was pleased with how it came out. So
awesome.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We will be right back.
This episode brought to you by Summer Peppers. If you like summer salts, you'll like summer peppers. Summer peppers are amazing. What's that? Summer peppers is a real thing. Well, time's up. Back to the show.
Welcome back, all of you wonderful listeners. We are going to go ahead and take a journey now. Me and our guest, CC Ice, are going to get into the Ready, Set, Life, Go machine.
Yay!
If you want to go ahead and jump in the back seat here.
All right.
I am going to drive. Well, I will attempt to drive. I am still trying to learn the controls on this thing.
Do you have your license for this?
They're pretty lenient where I bought this.
Okay, great. I'm not nervous at all.
No, don't be nervous. As long as you got your helmet on and all of your safety pads, you should be okay.
I got my stunt gear.
17 seat belts.
Oh, Jesus. 5-point harness.
Let's go ahead and get this started, and here we go.
Oh.
3, 2, 1.
Well,
that was fun.
Fun is a word. Fun is a word.
That is not the word I was looking for, but that's the first one that came to my mind.
I should have gone to the bathroom before.
Well, it's a good thing you got it out now.
Yeah, all
literally.
Good. I'm good. We're good now.
And let's see, where are we at? We are on a beach. We are on a beach at a wedding.
I feel like I'm wearing a beautiful dress from another time.
From 20 years ago, 30 years ago, from before we were, well, I wouldn't say before 70s, we were born, we were still alive.
I would say the 70s, right? The 70s?
It was 80s.
80s?
Yeah, they said 80s when they were explaining everything to us. 81.
81, so it was the cusp, if you will. Beautiful, sunny day.
Hot day. It was pretty muggy out.
So bad.
I remember arriving to set that day, too. This was we should let everybody know where we're at.
Where
I
are
don't
we?
know what we're talking about.
Wait, we're totally on the beach at a wedding.
Watching Ron Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy.
Yes.
And his new podcast you could check out. Free plug there. So we did not get endorsed or reimbursed for anything for that. We received no money. That was just a spur of the moment blurt. But yes, we were on the set of Anchorman 2.
Yes, Anchorman 2.
And this is actually the set that we had, well, the project that we had met on.
Yes, yeah.
So this is way back when we first met.
Man.
Which I guess it'd be 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, it was quite a bit ago, and we were on it for quite some time together.
Yeah.
But that was the
we were both core.
Yeah, that was.
But you ended up core in 2 different sections.
Yeah,
too.
that was interesting. Yeah, office team and beach goer.
They would just not let you go.
No, they liked my hair. I think it was just my hair. I had really long hair that fit for like 70s, 80s look.
So we ended up at this beach to watch this wedding, which was very difficult not to laugh.
Yeah, no, it was
at these vows between the 2 characters that you would not think would marry.
It was incredible.
Watching Steve Carell marry Kristen Wiig.
Yeah. Oh, it was an amazing scene of not laughing the whole time with the sun in our eyes, though. Remember?
Sun in our eyes, and they would change the vows too.
Every time.
To where it was like you don't know what's going to come out of their mouths.
And
no pun intended.
No. And we were supposed to just be like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. And we're just like gripping each other's hand, trying not to laugh.
It's like, think about the pain.
Think about the pain. Think about the sun. Think about the sand in your face.
The love.
By the way, beach weddings are never really that romantic because the sand is in your face, the
sun
wind,
is blaring
the
down.
sun, your guests are not comfortable.
Nobody thinks that they need to wear sunscreen because you're not actually in the water.
But then you're burnt, and it's just a bad time. But that was a good time.
I remember showing up there, and I purposely tried to sit in the back.
No,
I tried to sit down in the second to last row. And the AD, KP, walks up to me and was like, Joe, no.
Yes.
And gives me that little finger, come here.
I've seen it.
Follow me. And I was like, oh. I literally felt like I already had too much screen time because I had a lot of pretty nice gigs during that. And I was like, I just want to sit in the back row and chill on the beach. I don't want to be in front of the camera. I don't want to feel like I have to act or do anything.
I feel like we even have pictures and screenshots of us in this.
We do.
You sent them to me.
I have them. They are still on my Facebook. I keep a log of all of my stuff.
Incredible. And then, of course, Baxter and the ocean.
And Dobie!
And, yes, Dobie!
Which one thing I was thinking about this week is, because I was going back over this scene and what was happening during the scene, none of us knew who Dobie was. And yet we were all freaking out. Yes. Like, oh, is he going to be okay? This dolphin that we've never seen or heard of.
It's incredible how they change everything.
Because Dobie wasn't ever in GNN, which is where we all were from.
Yeah. So we had no idea pieces of the script, but we had to make it work, and we just reacted to whatever.
Which happens a lot in comedy movies, where all of a sudden everybody's cheering for these people that they've never met and they don't know or what's going on. And, but everybody loves that happy ending.
Oh, yeah. It was amazing. It was amazing, and also some of the amazing times at the studio.
And one of the things I remember, too, which, when you think about it, they're like, okay, make sure you all stay in continuity, go to the same place and stuff like that. So we were given a mark nowhere near everybody in a sand pit on the beach. And it's like, where do you find the X in the sand when you just had 100 other people run over your mark? Why don't you two go off and stand on the side? Don't go too far.
But just far enough. Just far enough. Just be right there.
So, like, right here. And it's like you drew an X in the sand with your foot. But everybody's trampled this beach.
And it was incredible.
And we did it. We got just inside the screen, right where we needed to be.
We did.
It was a very beautiful shot.
Yeah, it was.
I was
impressed.
Saw Dobie get saved.
Yeah, I was impressed with our skills that day. And I think everyone was.
And one of the things that I also loved about that, too, is while we were watching it, because we were so far away to begin with, we see Ron Burgundy out there, and he's a good quarter mile out into the ocean.
He
Literally
was having
the ocean.
he was having a good time out there.
And he was swimming out there, and then the first time we cut, he stands up, and he's only in, like, knee-deep water.
Yes. That's what was so amazing. I believe, wasn't that on Tybee Island?
It was at Tybee Island. There was a sand dune that they found for him.
Yeah,
or they made. I don't know. Maybe it could have made it.
No, that's the way it is out in Tybee Island. That's where I learned to kiteboard, actually, because it's so shallow for so long, and if you have an issue, you could just stand up. So I just love the fact that they chose that spot. It was a good memory. It was a good time.
It was a great memory.
What a great memory of a wedding we went to.
Oh, those were the days.
Those were the days.
I wish they would have had a reception, too. That would have been fun.
Yeah, that would have been the best part, because I love dessert. You know me at Crafty.
And then one of the things that I also remember about the day that I really, really loved about the actors was that when they got done filming that day, or when they were on break, I don't remember which one, but I know that at some point that Will Ferrell went over to this crowd that was watching us.
Oh, yeah.
So the cameras were filming one way.
Yeah.
Everybody was behind this fence where the cops were watching them.
Yeah, they kept
do not cross this.
On a beach, which is difficult.
And Will Ferrell went over there. He signed autographs. He took photographs. And he just went over the people, and they loved it, and he loved it. And it was something you don't see very often from actors on set, where they will take a break and go talk to, not really the paparazzi, but the gawkers and the onlookers.
Well, and they're fans, you know. They're fans that have waited very long to even just say hi, and I love it when I see that. I love it whenever actors take a moment, even if it's a busy day, to go over and say, hey, thanks for supporting me in my career. Thanks for supporting these movies. So I did like that as well. I remembered him going over there. That was really kind of him.
And that's one thing that I also loved about Champ when he showed up on set. Every day he showed up, okay, guys, we're ready to go. Where's the other actors? They're holding us up.
He was amazing.
I am 20 minutes early. They should have been here already.
He was always in character. He was awesome. And
I hated him in The Office.
Oh, you know what? I never really...
Todd Packer was not my favorite character. This is terrible. I've not seen all of the episodes. I love the episodes I've seen. I haven't seen them all, so it's tough.
Well,
his character, I think you're supposed to hate. He's kind of a slime ball.
Well, then
he's degrading women all the time and all this other stuff. So,
he did a good job then. He did a good job.
Which is where I was introduced to him, and I was like, wow, I really didn't like this guy. But then you find out it's all in the script, and he's doing the character, which he did really well. Yeah. And then when you work with him, and he's on set, and you see how great of an improv actor he is. Oh, it's because there was so much improv that went on.
There was one take where it was like 15 minutes of them just doing their thing, and it was incredible. But
Several
it was
times of that.
More than once, 15 minutes of, and it was incredible. They were so funny every time, and we had to not laugh at anything that they did. So that that's a set of professionals right there.
Yes.
And
all four of them, hats off to them four, plus all of the ladies that were on it.
Everybody.
They were all phenomenal actors.
It was a good time. Good memories.
Kristen Wiig, that's probably my favorite character of hers that I've ever seen her do.
I love her.
I love her. I love her chemistry with Brick.
She's so endearing and sweet. You just want to hug her, and she's just the best. The two of them together, just so sweet.
Well, let's go ahead and jump back in the time machine before it takes off without us.
All right.
I don't know if there's time limits on it, so I don't want to get stranded
No.
here.
Let's get out of here.
So as we jump back in the time machine and work our way back, and we will be back with y'all shortly.
This episode brought to you by A Long Heavy Sigh. And now, back to the program.
We are going to play a quick game now of 25. Our contestant is our guest today, CC Ice.
Hello!
She is still here. She has stuck through everything with us. Recording time, we are going past 2 hours now.
Oh, seriously?
But editing time, we will scrunch that down.
Okay.
So you may not be at the 2 hour mark at this moment as we're listening.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, it's good. It's fine. We're having fun. It's nice to catch up with my friends that
Of course.
we just never get to talk on set that
know.
much. Usually you get like 5 minutes in passing, 30 seconds in passing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's good to see you. Oh, I gotta run.
And we're set.
So we're going to play the game of 25.
Okay.
And we're going to do 5 rounds. For each of these 5 rounds, all you need to do
Oh, God.
is guess the name of the actor or actress. Actor as all genders, but
Yeah.
I will say actress just so you have the gender reference.
Gotcha.
Which will help you out a little bit, hopefully.
Excellent.
And I will give you clues. Every time I give you more clues, your point value goes down. So you'll start with 5 points for the first clue, 4 points if I have to give you the next clue, 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. And if you still don't have it by then, you need to watch more TV or movies, I guess.
Oh, this is going to be so sad. I'm so worried. Like, there's so many movies and TV shows I haven't seen yet because I haven't had time. So, go gentle on me. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous.
So what we're going to do is give you the first clue. You're looking for an actress, female actress, 44 years old, who was born in Culver City, California.
Okay.
Do you know a 44-year-old female actress from Culver City, California? You can take a wild guess if you want to, or you can pass.
This is really hard.
The 5-point ones are. So far, only one person's gotten a 5-pointer.
Oh, man.
And they took a wild guess and was like, wow, that was just a shot in the dark.
Famous actress, 44 years old. I don't want to insult anybody because I might say someone who's younger than that.
We had somebody guess Jennifer Lawrence, so don't feel too
Oh,
bad.
man, no.
Like, no, she is not in her 40s.
No, but I mean, I don't even know how old Jennifer Aniston is.
It is not Jennifer Aniston, so we will go with the next clue.
Okay.
For 4 points, this actress, her first TV movie credit was in 1978 with Suddenly Love, and her first actual movie credit was in 1980 with Altered States.
Altered States.
And keep in mind, at this point, she was like 4 to 5 years old when she started acting in these movies. Because she is 44 years old currently.
Right.
And going back to 1980.
Oh my gosh.
That long ago.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. So, everyone out there is probably thinking I'm so silly to not already know this. I don't know this one.
No, I wouldn't have gotten it by now either.
No. Okay. Give me
for 3 points, I'm going to name some of the actors that she has worked with.
Oh man, this is like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
So she has worked with Edward Norton.
Okay.
She's worked with Angelica Houston, and she's also worked with Hugh Grant.
How
44
old is
years
Julia
old.
Roberts?
Not Julia Roberts.
Oh man, she's beautiful.
But you're in the right time frame.
Okay,
I think.
okay.
For 2 points, I'm going to give you 2 different movie quotes.
Oh no.
They're 2 of her more famous movie quotes.
Okay.
Hopefully you'll be able to get it off of this, but we will see. First movie quote: "I am not Josie Grossi anymore."
Oh my god.
Second movie quote: "E.T. phone home."
Oh my god, Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes,
that's so
2
sad.
points.
Oh man.
Nobody's gotten it before that, so don't feel bad.
Well,
Everyone's
that's
got
a very
2 points
clear
off
one.
of
Yeah.
Drew. So round number 2, we're going to be looking for an actor.
Okay.
He is currently 52 years old. From when we were recording this. He may have had a birthday by the time this airs. But he was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, 52, Brooklyn, New York.
Because most actresses are born in New York, so that's not even going to help
That's
you much.
not. Yeah, that doesn't help me at all. Like everybody's born there. I don't know, like freaking George Clooney.
Incorrect. So
I don't even know how old he is, but he's handsome.
He's about the right age,
Yeah.
too. For 4 points, his first TV credit was in 1987 on The Cosby Show. He was not a regular character. He was only there for a guest appearance for like 3 or 4 episodes.
Okay.
And also his first movie credit was in 1989 with Going Overboard.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, was he the main character in Going Overboard? Because
I don't know. I didn't see the movie. I just saw his name on IMDb.
oh man. Well, because
Who was
I
the
mean,
main actor?
Overboard wasn't that? Oh man, I don't want.
I feel like it wasn't the main actor.
Okay, because
I feel like he was like a secondary actor somewhere in there.
Oh.
But I could totally be wrong.
Well, no, of course that was his first one, so he wouldn't be the main.
He wouldn't be starring.
No.
Typically.
Typically that would be amazing. Especially if he was the star. I don't know.
That would be Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. That's not fair. No one does that except Drew Barrymore. I don't know this one.
Okay, so we were going to go on to 3 points. He has starred in several films with Kevin James. He has also starred in films with Damon Wayans and Kathy Bates.
One of the other Wayans brothers?
No.
Dang it.
Not a Wayans brother. For 2 points, I'm going to give you 2 quotes
Oh,
again.
man.
Hopefully you'll get it off of these.
I don't
We'll
know.
see.
I'm terrible at this.
First quote. You ain't cool unless you pee your pants.
Oh my God, Adam Sandler.
Yes.
What?
Adam Sandler for 2 points.
He wasn't going overboard. Oh, man. That's incredible.
The second quote, which would have also given it away, O.J. Simpson, not a Jew.
Oh my God. By the way, I love Adam Sandler.
Great actor.
Yeah, he is wonderful. And I just watched his new Netflix thing. It was wonderful. I loved it. That's a free plug, by the way. Nobody paid me to say that.
So, round number 3, we're looking for another male, 53 years old, so he's 1 year older.
He's 1 year older.
Born in New York City.
Okay.
So not in Brooklyn, not a suburb, actually New York City.
Okay. So, same age as Adam Sandler. Well, all those guys. Let's see. All those guys. Well, you have David Spade.
Nope, not David Spade.
Dang it.
For 4 points, his first TV credit was in 1986 on the TV show Kate and Allie.
Okay.
And his first movie credit was in 1987 with Hot Pursuit.
Hot Pursuit. I don't want to say any names because you think that's my guess. Sometimes I'm just, talking through it. But it's like the same age time as those guys.
If you want to talk through it and then final answer it, we can do it that way.
Well, I'm just trying to think of how Tom Cruise.
Because you were just blurting out names. So
I know.
I guess that's a guess.
No. I don't know this one.
You want to guess? You want to take a wild guess?
I'm going to say Dennis Leary.
No. For 3 points, he has starred in movies with Owen Wilson, Gene Hackman, Robert De Niro. The movies with Owen Wilson and the
Ben Stiller.
Yes. 3 points for Ben Stiller.
I was like, same age range, Ben Stiller.
I was going to say, they are a trilogy.
No,
that
yeah.
you worked with them.
Owen Wilson and Robert De Niro, that's right.
5 points to name a female actress who is 49 years old, born in Sherman Oaks, California.
Gosh, well, they're all born out there, aren't they?
We just had a bunch of New Yorkers.
No, wait. How old is she again?
She is 49 years old.
49 years old.
Yes.
I don't want to say because I don't know how old Sandra Bullock is because she's gorgeous and timeless. Sandra Bullock.
Not Sandra Bullock. For 4 points, first TV credit was in 1990 with the show Malloy. First movie credit was in 1993 with the movie Leprechaun.
Ugh, Leprechaun, that scary movie that everyone died in? Oh my God.
Who was the star?
Oh my God, I actually don't remember who the star was. This is it. I'm a terrible person. Oh my God.
You want to venture a guess? 49 years old.
49 years old.
Female. Leprechaun.
How old was Drew Barrymore?
Drew is 44.
Okay, so slightly older than Drew Barrymore.
But with stars, you can never tell their age because they always...
They're timeless. They're so timeless. But it was of the kids of that time, like the young teenagers, right? I don't know.
Okay. For 3 points, she had starred in movies with Paul Rudd, Jason Sudeikis, Jason Bateman, and the majority of their movies lately have all been filmed here in Atlanta as an extra bonus guest.
Olivia...
Incorrect!
No, dang it! Oh, man, no. Okay, wait, hold on then.
You just guessed!
Okay, I just guessed. Dang it. 2
points. I'm going to give you 2 quotes, again, from movies that she's been in. But not me, Bruce. Just give me the boat. And second quote is from a TV show she was on. We were on a break.
Well, that's Jennifer Aniston.
That is
I should have said Jennifer Aniston. Oh my God, I said her earlier. So, okay, Jennifer Aniston.
2 points for Jennifer.
Dang it.
Last round, final round. For 5 points, we're looking for an actress who's 46 years old from San Diego, California.
46 years old from San Diego, California. San Diego. Wales, but San Diego.
Stay classy, Cecil.
Yeah, Kristen Bell.
No.
Okay.
For 4 points, first TV credit was in 1996 with Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Oh my God!
And first movie credit was in 1994 with The Mask, not the Eric Stoltz version.
Oh.
It is the more recent version that was with Jim Carrey.
Yes, of course. Well, but that was her first movie?
first movie credit on IMDb.
Oh, on IMDb.
So she may have done stuff before that she just doesn't want people to know about, but on IMDb.
But the main.
That was not.
That was Cameron Diaz. Oh, Cameron
Yes,
Diaz!
for 4 points.
Sorry, I just screamed into the microphone. You'll have to edit that out. Cameron Diaz. Everybody?
So you're at 13 points already.
Oh, jeez.
13 points, and we are going into the bonus round now.
Okay, is that good or bad?
This is good. You cannot go negative with these.
Okay.
So if you shout out answers that are incorrect, you do not lose points.
Oh, good.
So you can only go positive from here if you can guess any of that correctly.
Oh, Jesus.
So what I am going to do is I am going to give you the list of all the answers you just gave me.
Okay.
So you'll have 5 names in front of you so you can see their names.
Can I put them down here?
I have them
you have
here.
them right here. Okay.
I will hand them to you.
Okay, great.
And what you have to do is name as many movies as you can
Oh my God.
that had 2 or more of them in the movie.
Oh my God.
So not single movies,
Okay.
but where they were together in a movie. Any 2 from the list, any combination.
Oh my God.
And you will have 30 seconds to do it.
No, my God, I don't know. This is terrible.
I'm going to set this here in front of
Okay.
you. I will give you a few seconds to look it over while I keep talking.
Okay.
Then I'm going to give you a countdown. You need
Oh
2 or more of them in movies. I will keep track in 5,
Oh my God.
4, 3, 2, 1. Name some
Something
movies.
About Mary?
Correct.
50 First Dates.
Correct.
Another Adam Sandler movie with Drew Barrymore is my favorite, Wedding Singer.
Yes.
Wedding Singer. Cameron Diaz and Jennifer Aniston. Let's see. That's all I've got on my brain right now. Blended.
Yes.
That I worked on that one. Let's see. Ben Stiller and Adam Sandler. Let's see. Jennifer Aniston and. Gosh, I'm trying to think. This is very difficult.
30 seconds
is
man! 4. But
4.
4 is still more than anybody else has gotten.
Yay! 17.
17 points total.
Oh, so sad, though. I work in this film industry, and it's so sad. Sorry, all of you actors and actresses who are beautiful, wonderful people.
And welcome back, everybody, to the show. And we are about to wrap up here. One last question for you, CC, is who are some of the actors that you would love to work with that you haven't had a chance to yet?
Okay, so this is sort of an ongoing joke. Forever, I've always wanted to work with Keanu Reeves. Because he's the only actor that I ever sent a fan letter to when I was younger. Aww. When he was in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Wow.
I found an address in the book that was like fan mail, and so young Cece was like, I'm going to write to Keanu Reeves. And I totally wrote him a letter and went off into the great beyond. But
so he never replied back.
Well, he's a very busy man, I'm sure.
So you want to go Tom Hardy
no,
on him?
No, I would. I hear he's a joy to work with. He's a really
great
genuine
guy.
person, and so as an actor, I would love to work with someone like that. But also, it's just sort of this ongoing joke in my life that's the one celebrity that I wrote to when I was young that I could potentially end up working with.
Yeah. And the rumor is that he gives cars to all the stunt people on his movies. So
hold
on,
always
that possibility.
Always that possibility. But then also, Henry Cavill.
Superman.
He's Superman. I mean, come on. And a lot of my friends actually worked with him, so he's also a genuine person, is what I hear, and a very talented actor. Actually, I saw him. So Count of Monte Cristo, he was the young son in that, and even then I was like, oh, that actor is really great. And so then, of course, on The Tudors, I was very impressed with his character, his acting abilities, and then, of course, Superman, and then he was very handsome, so I was just like, oh man. But he does a great job on set, I hear. So it'd be great to work with him or Mads Mikkelsen.
Who is that?
That is
not a household name.
Amazing actor who was the bad guy in Casino Royale.
Okay.
Yes,
Bond.
the old Bond. Yeah, so he was the bad guy in that. But he's also most recently in a very wonderful film called Polar, where he's the main character and playing opposite wonderful, wonderful actress Vanessa Hudgens. So just check that out if you, again, free plug. No, nobody's paying me that. Polar is the name of it. It's, I believe I watched it on Netflix, if I remember correctly.
Yep, it is on Netflix.
Yes.
I haven't watched it, but I did see as an option of things to watch.
Yes, Vanessa is wonderful, and so is Mads. They're both excellent in this movie. So anyway, Helen Mirren would be a dream to ever work with as well.
Dame Helen Mirren.
Yes, Dame Helen Mirren. Amazing, inspiring, wonderful, strong woman, very strong woman. Viggo Mortensen and Lee Pace. Lee Pace is actually in one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't know if anyone's ever. Well, I'm sure lots of people have seen it, but when I talk about it, not a lot of people in the stunt world have seen it, and it's called The Fall, and it's a wonderful movie actually about a stuntman who, in the early teens or 20s, actually has right out of the gate. This is not ruining anything for anyone. There's an accident that happens, and he is in the hospital. He was performing a horse stunt that went wrong, and he ends up in the hospital, and he meets a young girl who's there because she had an accident, and she doesn't speak quite the same language, and so they're trying to befriend each other. Aww. And in order to pass their time, he tells these fantastic stories that they kind of go into this dream world where, as he's describing it, they become the characters in this very vivid world. It's almost like a Dali painting when they go into the imagination of who he is, and he's this heroic man who's saving the day, and but he's pulling from characters who are actually in their lives in the hospital, but also in his life. He has a love interest, one of the actresses he was in the movie with, trying to win her over. So she's in this world that he's creating for this young little girl. It's a wonderful movie.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, and Lee Pace is a phenomenal actor, and I highly recommend seeing it. It's very different, and it's also about a stuntman, so he plays a great character in it.
All the best reasons to watch a movie.
All the best, and the visuals are amazing, and the story is incredible, but not everyone likes my style, so, go watch it, make your own opinion, of course. Same with all the other movies I've shared, but in my world, the visuals, the acting, the story is very unique, and I recommend it, and I would love to work with him someday.
And if people don't like your opinion, or if they do like your opinion, where can they tell you?
they can come find me.
Where can they write hate mail to you?
if they're like, CC, that was the worst movie I've ever seen, go ahead and feel free to find me on Instagram. I just created a new profile. I have had a private one for a while, but I wanted to become more public with my stunt industry folks. So I have a new Instagram handle, which is CC_Ice_stunts. So that's just 2 C's, CC_Ice_stunts on Instagram. And you can send me all the mail you want to there about your opinions of movies you've seen. I'd love to hear it. I love to hear unique ideas about the films you all have seen as well. So feel free to drop me a line there. That's my public account. So I'd love to say hi.
Awesome, and thank you for being a guest tonight. This has been fun. This has been wonderful. It's been great hanging out with you again.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Living in different states, I'm also working in the same industry that we barely have time getting together.
It's hard.
Even when I lived here, it was like 2 times a year.
I know.
Maybe 3 times a year.
You should talk to my family, too, and my aunt who lives here in Marietta, and I never see her.
Yeah.
I feel so bad. I love her so much. And I love my folks, too, and my mom and dad, my family.
I think this is literally the longest that we've sat down and had a talk.
Yes.
Because we just don't have time. And the other times that we do have time, it's like, hey, let's go grab a show or something.
Yeah, and not talk about work.
Yeah.
I really
some Jewish dance festival or something like that.
It's amazing. Yeah, no, I'm so thankful for this time, and I'm certain I've said some silly things. I hope my stunt brothers and sisters will be kind as they listen to this, podcast with the ways I describe things. But I'm
sure
inspired.
they will listen to it and they will want to be on the podcast.
Yeah,
they will Instagram you like, how do I talk to Joe? How do I get on the show?
I would love that.
He sounds so sexy.
He is sexy, guys. Okay, and I just
gals. Sexy gals.
Sorry. I'm used to saying guys because I'm
all encompassing people.
Yes, the peoples of the world. The peoples of the world. Ladies. But it's a joy to be here, and I thank you so much for giving me the time. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
It's been a joy having you, and thank you, listeners, for tuning in. Thank you for listening to the podcast. So stay tuned and like us on Facebook. Bye.
Bye. Meow.
Thank you again to our special guest, CC Ice. The Above Average Show was written and produced by me. Theme song composed and or arranged by yours truly. Be sure to check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitters, and look us up on Spotify and Stitcher. You can also check out another podcast I co-host, The Extra Unordinary, and other great media content by Moon Possum Productions at moonpossum.com.